Hey everybody, it's Friendly Neighborhood Nerd, and I'm here to bring you a gameplay on Redwood, oddly enough. It's not one that I normally play. I'm not particularly a fan of this map, but we are playing with some friends, so figured it would be a pretty good game to play for you guys. Let me actually grab this remote real quick, just so that way you don't have to hear all these ridiculous sounds in the background and stuff. Much better. Anywho, yeah, this is just a game from my session with my friends. Do pretty well. Actually, I'm pretty sure all of us do. And I don't know. It's just it was a nice game. It was fun to play. It's really challenging. There's a guy named Master Chief who's he and I were pretty much going like kill for kill the whole game. He's about the only one. And there's one other guy, Bionic Black Lion. You see him here at the bottom of the chart on the other team, on the Black Ops side. He is probably one of the worst players of Black Ops I have ever seen. You get to the end and you'll see how horrifying his score is. I didn't think it was possible for someone to do that without like intentionally jumping off the map, but oh boy, this guy did it. I said it a few times when we were playing. He really carried us through this game, because I've never seen somebody just play that poorly and just feed out of his mind. But anyway, yeah, I had a pretty good week so far. And actually, last night I went to the Detroit Red Wings game against the St. Louis Blues. It was pretty nice. I mentioned it in my last video that I was going for my dad's birthday, and yeah, I liked it a lot. It's actually my girlfriend's first game, first time ever going to a hockey game, and she had a lot of fun. It's pretty nice actually getting to go back to a game that I don't often go to sporting events. I don't often go out of my house if I don't have to, but it was nice just getting to go out there and experience the atmosphere. I honestly can't stress enough how great it is going to hockey games. The atmosphere, specifically at Joe Louis Arena, at Red Wings games in general, is entirely different from every other sporting event I've been to. I mean, I've been to pretty much every sporting event around, for major Detroit sports, right? I've been to a Pistons game for basketball. I've been to a Lions game for football. I've been to Tigers games and, of course, Red Wings games. And there's just something different in the air. And maybe that's what it is. That's really the derivative of why we call it Hockey Town, why we're so proud of this area. But there's just something almost magical about being there, where even in other sports, it's not the same. When you go to that Pistons game and, things are pretty electric, it's nice, but it's not quite there. When you go to a Lions game, there's not much excitement there at all for anyone, even the Lions players. But there is, to an extent, you can find that with the Tigers when they're playing well and you get to the playoffs. Things are a little bit more amped up, a little bit more excited, but, just a little bit short of what you can find in a hockey game. That feel of, playoff sports for other games, other whatever. That's what it's like in just your standard Red Wings game. And I'm sorry if you guys, anybody out there doesn't really like hockey at all, but this is, honestly, it's different here. It's like its own entity. It's more than a game. I don't know how else to really explain it. That's why I'm so adamant that other people go and see it. just because you get to live a playoff game every time you go there. And whether the Wings are winning or losing, you know, no matter what's going on, the refs missing calls or, you know, the guys aren't skating, it's still just so amped up and exciting. I remember going to one, as you see a 4-piece from an RCXD. That's hilarious. I remember going to one when I was 18 or 19. I went with one of my friends around my birthday, and it was a pretty nice game. We played against Blackhawks, and we just got dumpstered. It was so bad. We just entirely lost. The Wings were, you know, basically nothing that game, but it was still extremely fun, and I would go to that game 100 times out of 100. There isn't a dull moment. Even though we were getting stomped, there wasn't a dull moment in that game, and that's the type of thing that I enjoy in my hockey. And it's not just the bruising, battering, beat 'em up style of hockey that seems everybody thinks is hockey, and it's not. It's a lot more precise, more stick handling, a lot more agile, a lot more interesting, I suppose. There's more build up to the play, and you kind of I would say, as someone who's been to so many Wings games, I grew up when my dad had season tickets and we would go all the time. When you've seen so many games, specifically of the Red Wings and the style of play that's stuck with them since Scotty Bowman was the coach, you got 20 plus years of the same, no matter who the coach is, the same style of play going through, the same motions, the same actions, and as a viewer you get to appreciate it more than you would other hockey. And I have this thing to watch, like any NHL game. It's like the NHL Center Ice thing, and for that, if you watch, I don't know, say the LA Kings, the Washington Capitals, Montreal Canadiens, any team who's, you know, pretty good or has good players and everything, okay, fine, they're pretty decent, but their style is just not the same. And you watch them, and you can see the same sort of build-up. You can see the same sort of plays that are gonna happen just because you get an eye for how hockey develops and how hockey plays out. But you don't see them make the same sort of instant turns the way you see in a Red Wings game, where, you know, Pavel Datsyuk, who's I would say he's probably the best hockey player with a stick in his hand, just pure offense, defense, whatever you want to say. He skates up and he just takes the puck away from you as you skate towards him, and it happens so many times, and you see it, and as a viewer you know it's coming. You see him skate up, you see it, and you're like, okay, he's gonna take that, go the other way with it, probably make a pass. We might get a goal out of it, we might not, depends on the shot. That part you don't know, but you know the exact play that's coming. And I feel like professional hockey players get that same thing too, where they know it's coming, they see it, and they just can't do anything about it. And it's pretty empowering to watch it, to see what these guys can do. Yeah, I kind of got off track a little bit there, just rambling about the Wings themselves and all that, but it was a nice game. I got to spend a lot of time with my dad, which I'm sure he really appreciated on his birthday. I got to see my sister and spend time with my girlfriend downtown. All in all, it was a pretty great night. And hopefully you guys are having the same. You guys can enjoy the video. Feel free to leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. If you didn't like it, refresh it, give it another chance. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.